Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When questions are wrong, answers cannot be correct. What is the wrong question? Wrong question is, we have two things, why? Because the sky is too high. The other day, we were in Rishikesh and we went to some ashram and we were sitting there. So one person asked a question and the person who was replying the question was an Angrezi Amma. So the question was, why in this world some people are born healthy, some are born unhealthy? Why there are some people born in the rich family, some are born in the poor family? So when this is the question, the answer has to be given. So, should the answer be given in such a manner that we get lost in our own thinking or we get out of our thinking? This is the question. Scriptures help us get out of all the wrong thinking wherein we get ourselves lost. So what the scriptures will say, look here. Before I tell what the scriptures tell, some important point. Whether it is a topic of birth or death, creation or destruction, hell or heaven, sin or merit, God, any topic you take, all these topics are meant to bring to our cognition our divine nature. This is the purpose. It is something like, whether you eat Gujarati dhokla, or you eat South Indian idli, or you eat a Bengali rasgulla, or you eat a gobi ka paratha. Purpose is satiation of hunger. See friends, in the same manner, whatever may be the topic that is discussed in the scriptures, the purpose is to bring to our cognition our divine nature. If this you keep in mind, thereafter our whole process of understanding the scriptures will change. Okay. So when this question was asked and that lady was explaining, look here, it is because of the law of karma. Swami Vivekananda said, unless you have a foreign returned stamp on you, you are not wise. So when he went to USA and came back, and when the white people appreciated, then the brown people say, he must be good. See? So, this white lady was explaining that, look here, it is a law of karma. And then, in the last life, they must have done many sins. And therefore, in this life, they are born in the poor, miserable families. Even Gita says, Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Vrashto Vijayate Athava Yoginam Eva Kule Bhavati Dhimatam. Now when something is said, what is the purpose? See? It is something like, a child who is, playing, and we want to get the work done from the child. So what we do? As if we are talking to nobody, somebody like that, our this Choti, she is such a rare girl, you won't get such a girl these days. The moment her topic starts, her ears start listening. And you talk as if you are not even recognizing her presence. And she helps me. Today's children, nobody helps. But my daughter, she is exceptional. Now she has started climbing on the tree. Now the purpose is not to tell she is exceptional. Purpose is to get the work done. You don't believe in me? No. Just see now. छोटी अंकल के लिए पानी लिया अच्छा मम्मी ठंडा की गरम. See, I told you. She is a very good girl. Now it was not the praise but the work to be done. See the purpose. In the same manner. What is the purpose? So, our normal lifestyle is we blame others for all our problems. This is our normal lifestyle. If we are citizens, we blame the government. And if we go and sit in the government, we will blame the citizens. See? Because what is democracy? Democracy is government by the people, for the people, on the people. This is good. Therefore, the scriptures want us, stop blaming others in your life. First. Otherwise, most of the people have this question. Swamiji, see, other people's children, they come in married, I am so unlucky, my son failed 4 times. Why this happens? Question. So what is the reply? Reply is, Mama, it is genes. See, you always reply in such a manner that we don't understand. Thank God. Or else you will hit me. See, friends. So when we are ready to accept responsibility of everything that happens in our life on ourselves, then we have stepped on the spiritual path. It is for this purpose the law of karma is spoken. See, the other day I was in Delhi and when that Amma was driving me, some plants, the dividers, some plants, and all the emission was going on the plants. When all the emission was going, she asked me, Hamidi, see how unfortunate these plants are, all the emission is going on. What could be the reason? So, law of karma. These are all the ex-politicians of India. They do not want to leave Delhi. And they have tortured the society. As a result of their sin, they are born as a plant. And every citizen, like a doggy going and lifting the leg, every citizen focuses the exhaust on this plant and they feel good. This is how all the plants are in Delhi, nothing but ex-politicians. See, has anything come out of it? But that kujli in the mind is quietened. See, friends, do we ask a question? The earth is the same, but when we put the seed of mango, the imli doesn't come out. Why? We don't ask this question. Earth is the same. Earth is inert. Out of the inert earth, how the discrimination takes place, that this is a mango seed and this is a mirchi seed, therefore they should be different plants. Therefore, friends, purpose should be clear. When we talk spiritual life, our attention should be on ourselves. Ourselves doesn't mean selfish. See, selfish people selfish and stink. It is not being selfish, but it is self-oriented. Every thought brings us back to ourselves. So when it is said that because of the bad karma in the last life, But I don't remember I had done any bad karma. You may not remember, but the divine computer doesn't delete the data. It is still there. And therefore you have all these things in this life. Now what is the net result? We will stop blaming the world. When we stop blaming the world, then only we can work on ourselves. See? If I have a notion that I am miserable because of my wife and her habits, what will be my spiritual practice? Try to improve the wife. Has it ever happened? See? Then all our struggle will be only that. We want to improve others. See friends, those who want to improve others, they are social workers. Those who want to change themselves, they are the spiritual seekers. See? And therefore, this topic, where it is said that who is the Jivan Mukta? Jivan Mukta is fully established in his essential self and thereafter functioning through the body, but no more and never living as the body. Functioning through the mind, but no more living as the mind. And therefore, iti aparoksha jnanavan jivan muktaha. So he has no doubt whatsoever about his correct identity. We all suffer from one of the biggest diseases, and that disease is identity crisis as to what we are at a given period of time. Like here we are all sitting. Now here, who am I? A speaker. Who are you? A listener. If this identity is clear, there is no reason why the mind will run here and there. But during our sitting here, we don't continue to be the listener. In suddenly we remember mommy, we remember daddy, we remember the car, and our identity gets corrupted and we are lost. See friends. So the one who is fully established in his own divine nature and thereafter playing the game of life. Jivan Mukta doesn't mean, spirituality doesn't mean that we are, very frustrated, depressed, dejected. किसी में मजा ही नहीं आ रहा. What happened? Since I got realized. That is not the meaning. You will never come across any wise man ever frustrated. Just imagine, Bhagavan Shankaracharya depressed and went to a psychiatrist. It can never happen. See? Because they are no more victims of their own mind. All those who are depressed and dejected, they are the victims of their own mind. See friends. Therefore, he who is abiding in his essential nature is called as Jivan Mukta. Now our question comes. Okay, suppose I am Brahman, suppose I am Jivan Mukta, so what? Many people have this kind of question. One person asked me this. Swamiji, you have been again and again telling we are Brahman, we are Brahman, we are fed up of Brahman. Okay, we are Brahman. What next? Then I told him, there was a wise person like you. He heard that if you go to 5-star hotel, such lovely menus are available. You can never think about it. Such lovely. Really? He went to the 5-star hotel, got the menu, and all the menus were read, and took out his phone and took the snacks. Came back. Nothing happened. Maharaj, menu is not for reading. It is for ordering and eating. Oh! In the same manner. It is not only theoretical. Suppose I am Brahman. If you abide in the truth, you will have no question. See friends, one simplest litmus test I tell you, that about which you have no doubt, no question, no argument, no logic and no reason, that you are. No matter, it could be nothing but our own presence. It is not created, it is. So, this wise person goes beyond all the limitations of the cause and effect. And because he goes beyond all the limitations of cause and effect, Brahmaivahamasmi iti aparokcha jnanena nikhila karma bandha vidirmuktasya. So what is the meaning of Aham Brahmasmi? What is the meaning of I am the absolute reality? The meaning is we transcend cause and effect. Cause and effect is the catch, because of which we get corrupted by our own thinking. See? And this is such a habit, we just can't stop it. The other day I went to Kaivalya Dham and something was to be given to my friend there, one professor. I told one of the students who was there, I was in a hurry. I said, hey, give this back to Sharmaji. He said, okay. I said, go and give. Instead of going to his quarter, he was going to his hostel. I said, why are you going to hostel? I want you to give it to the teacher. I thought he may not be there. Who asked you to think? See? We unnecessarily think. Why didn't you invite them for food? I thought they may not like. Yeah, I thought. This habit of thinking is the cause of creating cause and effect. Be attentive. If you don't ask cause and effect, you are wise and your lifestyle is better. Example. We never ask a question, why the fire is hot? We never ask. We accept the fire is hot. Thereafter, we decide how to deal with the fire which is naturally hot. In the same manner, don't ask wrong questions. See? Why he is stupid? I never expected he would be so stupid. He should have understood the day he accepted you, he cannot be wise. Only stupid people can accept it. But we get lost in this cause and effect, cause and effect. Therefore, friends, what is meant? Brahma eva aham asmi iti jnanena means he who has transcended the cause and effect. Iti aparoksha jnanena nikhila karma bandha vidirmukta syat. All the bondage born out of karma is completely destroyed. See? So, what is a karma? Karma is very simple to understand. Action plus doership is equal to karma. Like, a document plus authentication is equal to deed. We sign deeds. They are valid documents in the court. If there is a document without authentication by a proper signatory, it is not a deed. In the same manner, any action that happens, if that action is not authenticated by the doer, it is not a karma at all. And when this wise man is living in his absolute nature, there is no place for I have done this thing, I have done that thing. See, friends, and therefore, when there is no doer, there is no karma. When there is no karma, there is no karma bandhana, karma bondage. See, this example I gave you a number of times. One Gabbar Singh was encircled in a house by the police, and the police is announcing, Gabbar Singh, you are caught. You are encircled by the police. Don't try to be smart. Surrender. Otherwise, we will not get our salary. For our sake, please surrender. And they are trying their best. And suddenly they hear a big bang. And then breaks open the door and sees Gabbar Singh has committed suicide. He killed himself. Now on that file, what will be the noting? Noting will be criminal deceased, file closed. The criminal is the doership. I have done this thing, I have done that thing. See friends, unless we recognize this basic principle, we really can do nothing in life. Okay? Even a small thing like a sneeze, we can't even control. You must have seen it, many times some meetings are going, important meeting, and you say, excuse me, and everybody is ready to receive your sneeze. Everybody is, held up, in that tense moment, and it doesn't come. वहाँ भी failure. What can we do in life, friends? But we imagine, Konyoti sadrusho maya, I have done this, I have done this, and suffer. Therefore, Nikhila karma bandha vinirmukta syat. And when you are free from the karma bandhan, you are liberated. There is nothing to be gained, nothing to be protected. Then what is the life of such a great master? His life is a time pass. Name parthasti kartavyam dharishu lokeshu kinchana nanavaptamavaptavyam varta evacha karmani. Varta evacha karmani means I am living just for a time pass. See, nothing to be gained, nothing to be lost. Yoga kshemam vahamyam. Whichever way you think, the karma is born only if there is a doer associated with the action. Now, when this karma topic is brought, again the question begins. Karmani katividhani santi che agami sanchita prarabdha vedena trividhani santi. Now, if you ask karmani katividhani santi, how many types of karma are there? If this is your inquiry, the answer is there are three types of karma. One is the agami karma, second is the sanchita karma, and third is the prarabdha karma. So here what is done? For the time being, we have accepted doership to be right. Because it is here we are caught up. So if we want to come out of the doership, first what is required is we have to discipline our activities. See what this Dharma Shastra tells us. See? First, redefine your individuality. How do we redefine our individuality? Whatever I feel like doing, I do. That is American freedom. That is not freedom. Then what is the real freedom? Real freedom is karmanyevadhikaraste. You have right to fulfill your duties. See friends, when we are engaged in fulfilling our duties, we do not have excess time to go the wrong way. See friends, when we are not responsible for our own creation, then a society is born where a single parent family is the order of the lifestyle. See friends, because why should I be responsible? It is the government's responsibility. I was in, I think, North Carolina, and a Gujarati family, I stayed with them. That time the girls were small, two of them. One was class 7 or 6, and another was class 4 or 3. This small girl came, and we were sitting, and she came very angry mode. Come on guys, come here. So suddenly what happened to her? She asked, tell me, of the two, who is my parent? So they say, Beta, we both are your parents. Impossible. Why impossible? In our class, I am the only abnormal child who has got two parents. Think, friends. It is the abnormality to have two parents. And as a result, there is no responsibility. Therefore, when we are living our life, first, Dharma Shastra tells us, be responsible to your life. And when we become responsible to our life is automatically disciplined. See, take this example. Here we come. Prem Puri Ashram provides us free facilities. We are not paying. Neither you are paying nor I am paying. So they are doing their duty. We have to do our duty. Then only there is a homogeneous, loving atmosphere. See, friends, when this principle is understood, that the real fulfillment in life is not fulfilling the desires. The real fulfillment in life is fulfilling your obligations to your elders, parents, to your descendants, to the society, and to yourself. Our obligation to ourselves is to come to realize our divine nature in this very life. It is for this purpose. The first step on the path of karma is remain responsible. Karmanyeva adhikaraste. And when we want to be responsible, then the question doesn't come, what will I get? What will I get is a baniya approach. It is not investment in the outer world, but it is purification of the mind. Yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye. See, life is lived not for gaining something outside. Life is lived so that we become purer and purer. Thereafter, we become a counter through whom the divine expresses. It is for this purpose life is lived. See, friends. Therefore, karma is meant for this purpose. First, redefine your individuality. So when I redefine my individuality, I am husband before the wife, so I take all the responsibility. I am the father before the children, so I take all the responsibility. And in this manner, when we are leading our life with responsibility, there is no time and opportunity to go the wrong way. See, like when I am before my own child. So what is my responsibility? Yad yad acharati sreshtaha tat tadeve tarojanaha sayat pramanam kurute lokas tadanuvartate. It is my responsibility that I present an ideal before my child. See, if the father, in Hindi is called a pita, if the pita is all the time pita, then what will be the ideal before the child? See? And then we say, these children don't listen to us. Is there anything worthy in us that they should respect us? See, friends, all these things put together is called as working on the law of karma. See? When the parents are waking up 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, what ideal the children will have? When the mother is all the time reading the Savi and Ewes Weekly and Cows Weekly and Buffaloes Weekly, and how to walk a cat walk rather than a human walk. If that is the kind of mother, what the children will have? See, friends, therefore, it is our responsibility that we are an ideal for someone in this world, and we have no freedom to destroy that ideal for someone. Therefore, first redefine our individuality and then live that individuality to fulfill the duties. And when we are thus engaged in our activities, our attention will be more inside and less outside. What is inside attention? Are we at peace with ourselves before we take up a job, during the execution of the job, and after the job is done? We have to be at peace. A disturbed person can never begin any job, cannot continue in the job, and cannot conclude in the job, because the instrument through which he is functioning, that instrument, the mind, is totally shattered. See, friends. Therefore, karmani katividhani santi. So before we go to the three types of karma, the purpose of karma is not creating something good outside. It is a byproduct. The real spiritual practice is we function outside and improve inside. And inner improvement is attainment of peace under all conditions. Therefore, Kativdhani karmani santi iti chet, first agami, second is sanchita, and third is prarabdha. So these are the three types of karma. Again the question will come, then what is the meaning of agami karma, sanchita karma, and prarabdha karma? So first, the teacher talks about the agami karma. The agami karma, I will explain first and then we go to the text. Whatever karma we are doing now, every karma has a different gestation length. Every karma doesn't have the same time for getting the karma phala. See? Like, you take, diet control, dieting. So when you do dieting, next day you don't have to stand on the scale. Yesterday I have taken 1 teaspoonful of sugar less. Let me see how much weight is down. It will take its own time. It will take time because the gestation length is more. Other karma. Eat Kolhapuri mirchi and see the karma. Immediate karma phala. You eat from the above and start getting from below. Karma phala is different. So every karma has a different gestation length. So agami karma is that what karma we do now in this life and the result of which has to come in the future period of time, those karmas are called as agami. Now these agami karmas are done by two types of people, the wise and the otherwise. We fall in the second category. So the teacher talks about the wise man because that is the topic. We are talking about the Jivan Mukta Purush. There is nothing to talk about the otherwise person. Because otherwise person is full of complaints. See friends, if you go and talk to somebody your complaint, first time that person will listen with all sympathy. And then we mistake that, oh, he is very nice person, when I went to him, Swamiji, when I come to you, I feel as if I am eased out. Am I a bathroom or what? I feel as eased out. Then in a बहुत relax हो जाता है. Okay. Once you do this mistake, again second time the person comes. Swamiji, last time I came, I told you, but one thing I have forgotten. So again I have come. And again you start, Are Ram. So the second time when somebody comes with a complaint and problems, you take the old newspaper, hold it upside down and start reading. You talk, I am listening. Again, third time you come with the same story, you say, excuse me, I have got a terrible loose motion. So I run away. Yad gatva nani vartante tad dhamam paramo. interested in listening to complaints. If we are not interested in listening to somebody else's complaint, we go before the God. That is why all Hindus have made their gods out of stone. Kahan bhagoge? Then when we go constantly and complain before the Lord, I guarantee you, He told me, He doesn't listen. He is busy with his own fruit. See friends, no more complaints. Then we are wise. Okay? So about these wise people, the teacher tells here that Jnana Utpatti Anantaram Jnani Deha Kritam Punya Papa Rupam Karma Yat Asti Tat Agami Iti Avidhiyate. That karma which is happening by the wise man after the dawn of wisdom, it could be both punya as well as papa. He is not doing anything, but from the public point of view, it will be called as the punya, the merit, or the papa, the sin. So punya papa rupam karma yadasti tat agami iti abhidhiyate. That doesn't mean, be very attentive, that doesn't mean Jnani does any karma. He doesn't do any karma. It is the we label. Like when Ramakrishna Paramahansa was ill, his devotees used to tell him, why don't you talk to mother and ask her to remove your pain? And he was never able to understand them. Why they are telling to me like this? Because I don't have any pain. He was living at a different level, and the people were looking at him from a different level. See? So, the people cannot understand him and he cannot understand the people. So, Jnani Purusha, he doesn't do any karma. It is we who label that, that Mahatma, he got so angry and gave somebody and the blood started coming from his head. We feel that he has beaten us, but he is absolutely not concerned. See friends, there was a great master, to him one seeker used to go, and that master sometimes used to become very angry and use very filthy, abusive language. So this seeker asked, sir, you are such great, most of the time you are perfectly alright. Suddenly, sometimes you start abusing so badly, become angry. Why do you do like this? Again he became angry. I never become angry, you become angry. And then he said, have I ever asked you come to me? No. Have I ever asked you to go? No. You come on your own, you go on your own. In the same manner, the anger comes and anger goes. I have nothing to do with that. Friends, to have anger is one thing, and to become angry personality is another thing. To have miseries in life is one thing, and to be miserable in life is another thing. See friends, therefore the Jnani Krutam Punya Papa Rupam Yat Karma Asti Tat Agami. So, whatever karma the wise man is doing, agami, that karma could be punya or papa from our point of view. Now, what is the purpose of telling this? It will come subsequently, then you will understand. Now, just hold for some time. Now, sanchitam karma came, the second karma was sanchita karma. Ananta koti janmanam bija bhutam yat Sat karma jatam purvarjitam tishtati tat sanchitam sneyam. Sanchita karma means the accumulated bank balance. Where it is ananta koti janmanam bija bhutam. All the karma that we have done in the past, all that put together is the seed for our continuance in this world as somebody. So that accumulated karma of the total past is called as the sanchita karma. So unless the sanchita karma is exhausted, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, Jatare Shayanam. This drama will continue incessantly. This is the Sanchita karma. Then comes the Prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma kimiti chet idam shariram utpadya iha loke eva sukha dukkhadi pradam yat karma tat prarabdham bhogena nashtam bhavati prarabdha karmanam bhogadeva kshayah iti. Prarabdha karma kimiti chet, if you have to ask what is the prarabdha karma, so idam shariram utpadya, the body is born out of the threads of prarabdha karma. Idam shariram utpadya iha loke eva, in this very world, sukha dukkhadi pradam. So all the joy and sorrows we get in our life as a result of our own prarabdha karma, which has started becoming mature in this life. Prarabdha means what? Prakarshena arabdha. It has started fructifying. See, prarabdha karma is spoken of like when you take an arrow and fix it on the bow and shoot the arrow. Once the arrow is shot, you can't hold it back. It has to go till the force is associated with the arrow. In the same manner, this body is born out of the prarabdha karma. Patanjali very clearly says that ayu, jati, bhogaha, three things. Where we will be born in what form, as a human being, as animal or plant or whatever, it is already determined by the summation of our total karma in the past life. Karmashaya is the word used by Patanjali. So the body is made out of these prarabdha karma. And like the arrow, once it is shot, ayu, how long the arrow will go, that is already determined. You can't change it. See? Therefore, ayu, whatever is the longevity of a given body, it will remain. You cannot stop it, you cannot change it. See? Now the third thing, bhogaha. What experiences the body is going to go through, nobody can change it. Is this a pessimistic cry? Or it is a realistic statement so that we prepare ourselves? See friends, if we accept this principle, what will happen? First of all, we will never be afraid of death. The body is like, the bridges are constructed. When the bridge is constructed, that time only they say, this bridge is meant to last for 100 years. But it falls in 100 minutes, it's a different issue. So the bridge is already determined, lifespan is so much. In the same manner, when a body is born, how long it has to remain, it is already determined. And the beauty is good that we don't know. And it's good that others also don't know. Otherwise, nobody will give you money. See? Therefore, these three things are the result of this prarabdha karma. So, when we know the body is meant to last for n number of years, don't worry. Nobody can stop you. See? Number two, what kind of bhoga you are going to get? Whether you will be having very good food or you will be having horrible food, whether you have to cook your food or somebody cooks for you, whether you have to walk all the time or you get a car, or you have to fly, everything is predetermined, nobody can change it. Net result, you do your best and relax. What we do? We do our best and worry. Is the only difference. So, ayu bhogaha, and jati, we are all placed in a place which is most ideal for our evolution. If you see in the nature, hot chili plants are more in a hot climate. If you go to Rajahmundry in Andhra Pradesh, hottest place, there the chilies are hotter than the hottest. And if you eat the achar of Andhra, it is so hot that the outer heat, you start feeling cool. I thanda hai. Because inside it is so hot. If you go to the cold climate, heat is not required. Hot food is not required. When I went to Tibet, there was a Gujarati with me. Gujarati means food. So he carried a lot of food. I said, come on, nobody will be able to eat that much. No, somebody will carry food. And I know what food you like, I will get that. Because they are Gujarati. I said, look here, don't unnecessarily bother. No, okay. We went. And somewhere when we stopped, all the kids, urchins came looking at everything leaking from every hole, You can't even look at them. They were taking bath and all. So he said, Swamiji, shall I give them this thing? I said, look here, give them a little bit from this plate. No, we should not give juta. That is not dhanam. I said, Gyani Maharaj, whatever you have to do, do it. He gave 1 kilogram neat packet. And then they opened it and ate. Only one thing. And they threw it on the that dust heap. And when it was thrown, pigs are there all around. Pigs came. And pigs also did not eat. I said, look here. What you are enjoying, you pigs don't eat. Somebody, I am surprised, such a tasty thing, why they don't eat? I said, look here, this is so tasty only in Surat. This is but Surat. It's not. These friends. So chilies are required in the hot climate, there they are born. Okay? So if this is true with reference to the plant kingdom, it is equally true for our evolution. But instead of that, we want to improve on God's creation. See, for your evolution, you are born in Navsari. But you don't want to be in Navsari. You want to go to Ahmedabad. And there you suffer. Then you come to Mumbai. Here you are not happy. Then you go to America. Green card, citizenship, frustration. Navsari acha hai. Come back. That is how you know Akhanda Mandalakaram, go and come back here. Come to discover this principle. Where we are, when we are, is the right time for us to discover the truth. All your tensions and worries will disappear from you. See? It is for this purpose the prarabdha karma is spoken of in our scriptures. See? We will stop worrying. I don't know what is going to happen. If you don't know, enjoy. If you know, prepare. Where is the place for worries? Now I am thinking of getting married, but I don't know what is going to happen. I can tell you, no marriage ever ended happily. When it ends, then happiness begins. In a school, the children were asked to write an essay. But the teacher told, write a story, but it should end happiness. Okay? Don't start if somebody died and miserable. Not died. End it happily. Okay? And short, not write too many pages. One child wrote and said like this. What about you? I completed the story. So quickly. You told short, quick story I wrote. Okay, everybody stop. Now let us listen his story. There was a boy, there was a man and there was a woman. First sentence. They were standing back to back. Third sentence. They started walking. Last sentence. Thereafter they lived happily. Such a beautiful story. See friends, this prarabdha karma principle will never make you miserable. Normally we think this way. One lady told me in Vrindavan, Swami ji, हमारे प्रारब्ध है कि हम आपको मिल गए. अरे राम, प्रारब्ध is used in a wrong way. So, tat prarabdham bhogena nashtam bhavati. Now, second principle. Like the arrow which is shot, it has to go and hit the target. Nobody can stop it. In the same manner, whatever is due to come in our life, it will come. Accept it cheerfully and happily. There are two ways. Accept cheerfully, accept miserably. Acceptance is common. Option is only whether you accept cheerfully or you accept miserably. See? Therefore, bhogena nashtam bhavati, because prarabdha karmanam bhogat eva kshaya iti. Because the principle is all the prarabdha karmas are due to be exhausted only by going through. There is no bypass. One day I was in Jamshedpur many years before, and there used to be one girl, and she used to chant Gita when Swami used to give lectures, and kind of always on nerves. Some people you can't take them. It's too much difficult to take. And all the time she will come. Swamiji, I said, look here, you go ahead somewhere, okay? I am doing some work. No, Swamiji, I want to ask you a question. From that time onward, I never entertained any question. So, question is, Swamiji, Mahatmas also have prarabdha? I said, yes. I can't believe. I don't believe. Tell me, what is your prarabdha? I said, you are my prarabdha. Bhoga deva kshayaha. Therefore, we have to go through every experience which is new and which is meant for our evolution. Friends, if you just pause for a moment in your life and look behind and see, there were moments in our life when we thought it is a cul-de-sac. We have come to a blind end of our life. But that was the point where we changed ourselves totally. That event was necessary. That experience was required for our evolution. See, friends. There was one Swami Anubhavananda Maharaj in Vrindavan. He was in the erstwhile India when there was no Pakistan divided. Coming from a very rich family. And when he was hardly 8 or 9 years of age, because of some disease or whatever, he lost his eyesight. And all his uncles and aunties and everything, they have taken away everything. And he was virtually an orphan, although he belonged to a very rich family. So he just, with that condition, he joined one group of Swamis. And Swamiji said to him, look here, think of God, everything will be all right. That was his mantra. And when he went, first time as a child, one bullock cart came and dashed him and he fell. He said, I became so angry, I started abusing them bullock cart. Then again I went ahead. One bicycle came and hit me and again I fell. I became angry with him. Again I went ahead and I dashed against a tree. Then he said, now whom will I blame? From then onwards, he moved in 4 Dhamma, Badri, Kedar, Gangotri, Yamunotri, 5 times, all alone. See? And when he was once going, he fell in the Jamunaji and swept away. Only one stick in the hand, that also lost. And now what can you do? He just thought of Bhagavan Sri Krishna and let go. And he was somebody as if lifted and put him and a stick in his hand. We doubt him. Give him an opportunity to serve us. See, friends. Thereafter, he was told that, we can do the operation, your eyesight can come back. He said, no, what I can see without my eyes, I will never be able to see with my eyes. So for him, loss of eyes was a blessing in disguise. Everything that happens in our life is for our evolution. Keep this principle. Then you will see that prarabdha karma principle we have correctly understood. It is not meant for blaming this fellow, that fellow. So prarabdha karmanam bhogadeva kshaya iti. Sanchitam karma brahmaivahamiti nishchayatmaka jnanena nashyati. So prarabdha karma bhogadeva. We have to go through no choice. What about the sanchit karma? Accumulated karma. Accumulated karma is destroyed only by Brahma eva aham asmi iti nishchayatmaka bhavena. Unless we abide in this experience that there is none other than the absolute self, there cannot be any past, there cannot be any future. Be very attentive. What is the reason that we are all happy in deep sleep? The reason is, number one, there is no cause and effect activated in deep sleep. Number two, there is no past and there is no future. Number three, therefore there is no present. Number four, therefore there is only presence. Number five, there is no sense of otherness. Number six, there is no sense of limitation. All these things put together is called as living as God. Brahma eva aham asmi iti nishchayatmaka jnanena. When we thus start living, therefore in the deep sleep, when we are sleeping, and suppose you are a football player, what will be the dream a football player gets? So he was sleeping and his child was sleeping with him, and this football player dreamt that there is a penalty corner in the dream and gave one and the child out of the bed. So will he get the sin or merit? Because there was no doer. Therefore, when we are abiding in our essential nature, the total past is nullified. Because there is nobody left. So, sanchita karma can be destroyed. Brahma eva aham asmi iti nishchayatmaka jnanena nashyati. See, friends. Now, agami karma api jnanena nashyati. Kincha agami karmanam nalini dalagata jalavata jnaninam sambandho nasti. Agami karma, the karma which is due to come and the form of the results, because whatever we have done now in this life, the results are due to come. That karma also is destroyed by the same knowledge, because for the wise man, Jnani Purusha, there is no doer. So he is not doing karma at all. But from the ignorant man's point of view, whatever karma is doing, what happens to that karma? Nalini dalagata jalavata jnaninam sambandho nasti. The wise man does not claim he has done something good or he has done something bad. Because there is no doer. See? Like eyes are not influenced by anything that is seen. Ears are not influenced by anything that is heard. Mind is not influenced by any kind of thought. In the same manner, the pure consciousness supports both kinds of karma, good karma as well as the bad karma, is untouched by any karma because there is no activity involved. Therefore, jnaninam sambandho nasti, there is no relationship with the karma for the wise man. Now here, something very important for all of us to know. Kincha ye jnaninam stuvanti, bhajanti, archayanti, tan prati, jnanikrutam agami punyam gacchati. Those who respect and revere the saints and sages, whatever good karma they have done, all the results of the good karma, they go to those devotees who are serving their masters. See friends, ye jnaninam stuvanti, bhajanti, archayanti, tan prati, jnani kutam agami punyam gacchati. So all the agami punya, the subsequent good results of the good karma of the wise man, because they don't come to him, he is not the doer. Where will the karma phala go? The karma phala goes to the devotees. And that is why even in Mundakopanishad it is said, Tasmad yarchayet bhutikamaha. Therefore, those who are wanting to be blessed, go to such great masters, their very presence will change our life. Because agami punya tan prati gacchati. Then the other way around. Ye jnaninam nindanti, dvishanti, dukkha pradanam kurvanti, tan prati jnani kritam sarva agami kriyamanam yadavacham karma papatmagam tad gacchati. But those who are nindanti, those who condemn the wise people, dvishanti, those who hate the wise people, dukkha pradanam kurvanti, those who create problems and give torture to the wise people, towards them all the agami papa krutam kriyamanam karma, whatever is the sinful action which have happened to the wise man, all these sinful results, they go to such people. Because the rule is Surdaha punya krutam durhrudaha papa krutyam grudnati. So those who are the one who are serving the great masters, to them all their punya goes, and those who are condemning and torturing them, to them all their papa karma goes. And therefore, tathacha atmavid samsaram tirtva brahmanandam iha eva apnoti. It is said, tathacha atmavid samsaram tirtva. So the one who is abiding in his essential divine nature, samsaram tirtva, he continues to live in the relative world, but he is no more influenced by the relativity. See how important. We all suffer only when we are in relativity. In the absolute experience, as in deep sleep, we don't suffer. Others suffer. We don't suffer. Why others suffer? Because of the musical sleep. There was one patient went to the doctor and said, Doctor Saab, I snore so loudly because of which I myself wake up from the sleep. What should I do? Doctor said, go and sleep in another room. That's the only way. Nothing can be helped. So, Atmavid samsaram tirtva, living very much in this relative world. But Brahmanandam iha eva apnoti. He is abiding in the absolute bliss. Be very attentive. What is Brahmananda? Brahmananda is living at zero complaint level. This is Brahman. We have complained against God. काहे को दुनिया बनाए, तुमको टॉर्चर करते हो. The day you take this principle, the life is so beautiful. Not a single complaint. See, not a single complaint means what? Accepting the day as a day. night as a night, chili as hot, and rasgulla as sweet. Where is the complaint? What we do? We want to eat the chili and eat it. Oh, it's very hot. Naturally, chili has to be hot. When it is a summer, we complain, oh, it is too hot. Summer has to be hot. If it is winter, oh, it is too cold. It has to be cold. And when we go on complaining, God said, this fellow, anything you give him, he complains. Therefore, God doesn't listen to our complaints. You know, it is not a municipality office. In one municipality office, it was written, put your complaints in the complaint box. And the man went and searching with the complaint box, and he saw the complaint box is near the ceiling. He is looking there, how to put it there. First complaint, put the box down. Brahmananda doesn't mean joining the laughing club in the morning and destroying the peace in the beautiful vicinity. That is not happiness. In most of the places you will see all these people come together, stand in a round, and at times they become so excited that in their they give the ahuti of their denture. Are gir gaya. Denture has come. Jada hi hasna ho gaya. Narayana. Atmavit samsaram tirtva brahmanandam apnoti eva. So the real meaning of Brahmananda is this: discovery of happiness without any reason. It is unreasonable happiness. When somebody is happy, we ask a question, what's wrong? Today you are happy. If you are miserable, nobody will ask a question. Hey, just aiba. It's always like that. So, tarati shokam atmavit iti shrutehe. In Chandogya Upanishad it comes. Atmavit shokam tarati. The story comes in the Chandogya Upanishad. Naradji one day, with his veena, he was going with a face hanging down, like somebody has broken his heart. So he was going frustrated. And he came across Sarat Kumarji, the four eternal children, and they asked, hey Narada, what happened to you? You are a devotee of the Narayana. How come you are so miserable? Have you not studied? Means what? Study is the way to get rid of all the miseries. He said, I have studied not one, 64 branches of knowledge. Accountancy, computer application, hardware, software. He lists 64 branches of knowledge. And yet, I am more miserable. How come? Earlier when I did not know, so the cause of my misery was, I don't know. I know everything. And therefore now I don't have a right to become miserable. Because if I become little miserable, people say, padha likha hai, dukhi hai. And therefore I become more miserable. What should I do? So there it is said, tarati shokam atmavit. We can be free from the miseries only when we discover our divine nature. There is no other option left. So tarati shokam atmavit iti srutehe. And therefore such great masters abiding in the self, tarum tejatu akashyam shopachasya gruhethava jnana samprapti samaye muktoso vigatashayah iti smrutescha. It is said that such a wise person, jnana samprapti samaye muktaha asau. When the dawn of knowledge happens, that very moment he is already liberated. He has already disowned his own body. And therefore, whether his body falls in the Banaras Kashi or his body falls in the most dirty, disgusting slum, it makes no difference. Because he has already discarded the body. When he was alive, that time itself he discarded the body. Therefore, you will see all the Jnani Purushan, you will never get the samadhi of Bhagavan Shankaracharya. He has already discarded the body. Who cares? See? Otherwise, we get all the time lost, after I die, why after die? While I am alive, I must build my statue. And after I make my own statue, then I will garment myself. And then I will take the arti. Om Jai Jagadisha. Height of disgust. What could be more than this? In this manner, Jnana Samprapti Samaye Mukto Sahu Vigatashaya. Vigatashaya, all his karmas are gone. He is no more caught up in the law of karma. In this manner, Iti Tattvabodha Prakaranam Samaptam. This Tattvabodha that we studied, it is made not only for collecting information, but interacting intelligently so that we can implement in our life to discover ourselves. Tattvabodha. Bodha is experience. It is not Tattva Jnana. In Tattva Jnana, we know everything and we can confuse others. But in Tattvabodha, we are abiding in that knowledge. Conversion of information through proper interaction into experience is Tattvabodha. This is the way, Nanya Pantha Vidyate Janaya. There is no other way. This is the way to discover happiness and spread that happiness in and around wherever